It's week 2 of the National Football League, and everyone's watching Ramondre Stevenson. He really burned the defense 1 week ago with 137 yards rushing. It's the Pats and the Commanders, all that and more, coming up next.
Well, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, after a topsy-turvy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here, as it'll be the New England Patriots taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Patriots, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. If you got to fight against that, they've got to come out ready to play.
So here are the Commanders making their way out. And trotting out there leading them is their 4th-year quarterback.
And he comes off a tough opening matchup, threw way too many interceptions in that game. Definitely not the way you want to kick off a new season. So he said to himself, I've got to throw that game out. I'm going to get a fresh start right here in week 2.
Howell, first play, going to throw it. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. But you look at this Patriots defense. This crew against the Pats, it's been a real struggle. 2nd from the bottom in the NFL, number 31.
What they lack in pass defense, they do make up for in run defense. They're a top 10 unit against the people trying to move the ball on the ground. But this is a passing league, so there's a conundrum for them. How do they get better defending the pass?
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Howell. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Jawan Bentley, the one to get in and finish off the play. Washington going to send out their punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Patriots take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
And it'll be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake-off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
He'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. The rushing numbers for Stevenson from last week. 24 carries, 137 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get the play action and throw the ball deep later on.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try and run for the first with Stevenson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. The Patriots had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now, they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, it's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It can be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
Here's 2nd and 10. Off play action, it's Cunningham. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. On the draw is Stevenson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On third down, here's Stevenson. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll run for it. It's Stevenson. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now a throw here to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's second down. But you look at this defense. They're right around the middle of the pack, number 15 in the NFL against the run.
I still crack up a little bit after we left our meeting with the defensive coordinator, because I said to you, stop me if you've heard this before. How about him saying, well, first order of business, we got to stop the run. Of course you do. He's got a good unit, but facing the #1 rushing team, they have to stop that in order to have a good performance.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Up the middle, here's Stevenson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. A play fake, now Cunningham. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now Cunningham. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Here's Howell. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at the 20. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So back onto the field come the Pats for their 2nd drive. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it as they head out on the field for this drive. That whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
On 2nd down, it's Stevenson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Cunningham. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
It's so rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Back to throw. Howell. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing here, Howell. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Kyle Duggar able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. And his kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they had the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
No run back here for Jones. A touchback. Another go-around now for the Patriot offense. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with it. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun here, it's Cunningham. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 3. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Cunningham to throw. Setting up a screen for Stevenson. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Cunningham. Got Stevenson again. Back-to-back plays. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. This offense hoping to avoid the 0-2 start. They trail, but they've got a 1st and 10 here. Cunningham looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Now a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, they give it to Stevenson. And he lost the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cunningham from the gun. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
And they run the option on 2nd down. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. 3rd down and 13. Now Cunningham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And his guys are going to take over at their own 38-yard line. And so the last 3 drives, you've got 2 interceptions and a fumble. I think we know why they're losing right now.
Without question, and we've seen the evidence, just what you talked about there. If they take care of the football, number one, maybe they're not having this deficit. And number two, maybe they actually have the lead.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll go play action. Howell. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain. 3-0 our score. Here's 3rd and 7. And Howell will throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. Howell throwing on first down here. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up second down. Howell down to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 24-yard line.
Kind of a dangerous throw there. He's on balance when he gets rid of it. But this is all about a quarterback knowing what he can get away with. At that time, it turns into a completion and a healthy gain as well.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. This 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Howell looking to throw again. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
2nd and a yard at the Patriots' 1-yard line.
With a play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. They'll try and run for it, and he'll wind up being knocked back to the 3-yard line. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2, and the Patriots get the football back. The drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And he'll work this back to right around the line of scrimmage and surrender there. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. To throw on second down, Cunningham. He'll dump this down to Stevenson. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. Back to throw. Cunningham. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. And taken at the 46. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit, but first it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We'll get started up at Cleveland Browns Stadium in Cleveland, and it's the Bills who have the lead in that one. Josh Allen, responsible for the lone touchdown in the game thus far as he's thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and you can see currently they trail in that ball game. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. It's Desmond Ridder with a touchdown pass there. If you missed the first half, there's not much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far. Both of these coaching staffs feverishly making their final plans for the second half. One of these two teams is gonna get their first win. And for the call, let's kick it back out to Brandon Gaudin.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Off play action, it's Cunningham. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And how about this, a fake? And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Looking to throw. Cunningham. He'll get this underneath to Stevenson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup.
Straight ahead, it's Stevenson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Checking this down to Stevenson. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
At the 40-yard line.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Rolling to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You're talking about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starting in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. First possession of the second half now for Washington. And their 3-point halftime lead gone now, back to a tie game, but Charles, I don't imagine that changes too much for this offense.
I would agree. I don't think it changes much at all, whether it's a 3-point lead or a tie game. They know they have their work cut out for them, and they were going to run their offense in the same vein.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one, and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That's taken in by Duvernay. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down.
A 6-yard gain brings up 2nd and 4 at the 41-yard line.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. That is caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 43. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he gets it down to the 32.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. 43 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
The 16-yard line.
Back to throw, Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown, Washington. Devin Duvernay. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And Washington has taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays, that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break, contain, and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, But this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Out of the gun, it's Howell. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at FedEx Field. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not much doing. He'll get this only up to about the 36. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Hands it off out of the gun. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. On 1st and 10, Cunningham. And a quick throw here, that's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down. Cunningham. Want to recomplete to Stevenson. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And quickly, they get to the line. Stevenson now on 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Now Cunningham. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll get this into the hands of Stevenson. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Stevenson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Hang on now, we're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's Cunningham. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a handoff, Stevenson. No gain on the play, it'll be 2nd down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 2nd down, here's Cunningham. It's complete to Williams. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. On 1st down, it's Cunningham. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game.
A pretty good looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And this is going to be a Commander's 1st down as the tackle made at the 23-yard line. shotgun. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, second down.
He was covered by Patrick Queen.
And Howe will throw it. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Throwing here, Howell. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be fourth down. Washington going to send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is brought in at the 21. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10. And now out come the Patriots. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Now a 1st down throw, Cunningham. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Stevenson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Powers through. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Ramondre Stevenson, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Patriots are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Now 1st and 10 here for Howell and the Commanders at their 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now an option play on 2nd down. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Washington going to send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. The Patriots ready to try again on offense. Now this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. They'll run with Stevenson to begin the drive. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Now Cunningham. They set up the screen for Stevenson. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Second down, 8 yards to go. On the handoff, Stevenson.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
Well, this feels like a late season game, even though it's just week 2. Here's a big third down.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, boy, this sets up for a huge call now on 4th down because you can try the long field goal, you can go for it, or you can punt and play for overtime. I am so glad, partner, that I don't have to make those kind of decisions. Let's see what they decide. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Now the Washington offense heading out.
They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
The Patriots will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here.
And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's in! Are you kidding me?
How do you give that up?
One of the most improbable ways to finish a game, and they do win it on the final play. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to